Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, so welcome back to Reframe Mindset Podcast. My name is Colin Smith Brooks. I know basically this episode, going to talk about my recent experience. I went back to my old high school, do a past student versus current student basketball thing. Basketball game. Yeah, because our high school won the Western title again. You don't know. Yeah, so we just went there to actually give the the current students some practice, and such like that. And basically, I went there not really to play basketball, but since I'm on this weight loss journey, the thinking was just basically, run up and down for a few while, help me burn some calories, So basically, what happened was, when went there, game started. I was on the bench, starting on the bench as usual. Yeah, but when I actually went in, basically it's like, for a few minutes, and I wasn't playing that good because I haven't played basketball in a while. But what happened was, I got extremely tired really fast, bro. Extremely tired. And maybe it's the weight, but also the fact that basically what I was doing only was basically weight loss exercising. I was not doing any cardio or anything like that. So basically, the weight is going down, but my stamina is still low, still low. So maybe when I get the weight down, eventually, I'll have to actually start doing like jogging and such like that, do stamina training, actually build my stamina. But yeah, that's something. And the weight is actually going down, and right now I am less than 210 pounds. Yeah, I think around, less than 210. I think almost 205 pounds. I'm not sure, but we're getting there. We're almost below that 200 pound mark, and that's basically coming from 230 or more, and so that's basically January, February, March, April, 5-month journey of losing this weight, and as I said, basically, but I said if I reach down to 200 pound, I basically drop an episode to talk about what I've been doing then. So that episode will be coming soon. So, alright, this is basically it for the episode. I guess the next thing I'll be also drop is some a news clip from or not local TV station, TVJ. You don't have to shout them out since I'm using their clip. But basically, because we won the finals, we actually made the sports section of the news one night. So you know playing basketball, making newspaper or the news was always a good thing to be done. So I guess the news clipping will have we'll hear our coach, the high school coach, talking about what's going on and some other players on the team, And also I put the link to the interview that I actually done with the coach in the description. So basically you can listen that if you want to listen to listen to the interview that I've done with him. And yeah, so basically that's it, So, all right. Thank you for listening and look forward for the next episode. Yeah.
Over in the West, it was much of the same from Game 1 for Herbert Morrison, as they registered a comfortable 79-66 win over Holland High. The Dave Black coached team held a 37-31 lead at the break, and after outscoring Holland 20-14 in the third quarter, Herbert Morrison held on to secure the title. Darren McFarlane was the main man for Herbert Morrison, dropping 26 points and 22 rebounds, to go with Romario Sina's 20 points. Flawless Travers had a team-high 23 points for Holland High.
Darren is an under 16 player, so seeing him out here playing with under 19 guys and leading the team is a big plus for us going forward.
I've really learned how to play without the ball more because players often try to mark me out of the game, so I learned how to make an impact on the game without the ball. That's what my coach really helped me with this season.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page Reframing Mindset Podcast or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
This episode is a success story, for yeah, for two of our previous guests on the podcast. Yes, man. So, recently, two of our guests has actually, doing their thing, playing their instruments and whatnot, and trusting the process got them to partner up with one of our country's big artists, which is Coffee, and that opportunity allowed them to actually go to America and played on one of the biggest stage, one of the biggest festival. Well, yeah, well played. Yeah, they played. What you call it? They were on the band. They were the instrumental